All right. Shout out to Love. Speaking of love, somebody, Rob G, he wasn't feeling enough love from somebody, and that's Anthony Davis. He wasn't feeling enough love from the Lakers. He wasn't even feeling enough love from the Pelicans.
Yeah, AD, who has not been playing basketball in about a year, it feels like, making the rounds right now to promote his new television show, right? And he appeared on the Draymond Green podcast.
I never miss his new television
Okay, I ain't going to lie. Though Draymond was funny when they pranked him. That was funny. That was funny. They got him good because Draymond went full Draymond. He was ready to beat people up. You got me blanked up.
Yep. Choke him from behind, all that stuff.
He was about to go crazy. He thought Rudy Gobert was in there.
Facts. So he said a couple of things. One of the things he said was he wished that the Lakers would have given him some kind of heads up before they trade him to the Mavs for the Luka trade. Said, hey, I won a championship with y'all. I find out 10 minutes before it breaks. You couldn't text me. You couldn't call me before. Give me some kind of idea that my name is being tossed around. But the other thing he said, which ruffled a lot of feathers, is he talked about his exit from New Orleans. Take a listen to what AD said about how he felt disrespected when he came back into town.
Hit it.
Apparently, he said it very quietly.
Never got a tribute. Nope. Didn't get a tribute. And so like, you know how it always goes like, you know, oh, you get drafted to a team and then when you're done, it's like, damn, towards the end of the career, I might want to go back. I've always had that mindset. Like, and I told Miss Benson when I was going to her right before the deadline to ask for a trade, I told her, look, Miss B, I want to get out of here. You know, these are the reasons, whatever. Miss B was cool. Like me and Miss B still cool to this day. And I told her, and I was like, this might not be the end though. Like, you know, later on in my career, who knows if I was to come back and we try to do something special as I'm older and a little mature, the game develop, you know, win a couple of championships, come like whatever. I don't know. You know, I left that door open. And when I went back that first game and got no trip, I said, oh, that door's closed.
Yeah.
I just, these guys are crazy. Seriously. Go ahead. You can go for it.
Well, no, I was going to say, I don't. So
he is, you can't be like you wrecked their franchise and you want a tribute.
We're on the same page with that one.
Like, what are you talking about? You wrecked their franchise. What tribute? You didn't want to be there. Come back, collect your money, play the damn game, and leave. What do you want from the Pelicans? For them to throw you a party?
Yes.
And throw confetti and say how great it is you came back when you walked out on us in the family. Is that what you do when your dad leaves the family? And then you bring him back with his new family, and then throw him a party. Thank you. You remember the time you were here? We loved you so much, but you walked out on us. Dude, are you kidding me? He sounds crazy. These guys are so jaded and think that they're so special and so important, and that they should be honored and celebrated when they turn their back on people. And wreck and ruin franchises and general managers and their careers and coaches. You know, like the damage is unbelievable what they do when this happens, which is fine. You want to move on, but now you feel like, oh, did you hear the way he said it? Oh, but there was no tribute for me. Mm-hmm. What tribute? You didn't even win anything down there. Did you win a championship?
That's my thing right there is the day that, which I think will be this summer, that Giannis is traded, Giannis will get
one. We got
one.
a wings bet because that ain't happening.
No, wait. We got to officially put it on. You want to officially put it on?
Yeah, officially that ain't happening.
I want something else. Let me marinate on it. I don't want wings. I want something else. Something more fun. My point with Giannis is Giannis will have earned that. He's been an MVP. He's been a finals MVP. He won a title. He was blood, sweat, and tears. So Giannis has earned that. It might be a little friction now, and he's got to leave, and they might trade him or however it works. But the minute he comes back, he's going to get a standing ovation, a tribute video, and they love him. Anthony Davis is delusional in this one in the sense that, dude, they weren't great. They barely made the playoffs. They didn't go anywhere in the playoffs. He was incredible when he was healthy. I'll give him that. But that was it. There's nothing else. There's no MVPs. There's no deep playoff runs. Not even, let alone a title. There's no deep playoff runs. They didn't even have an identity. Like I always use the example, at least like the grit and grind. They had a name. You know, there's teams that at least maybe if they didn't win it, run TMC up in the Bay Area. They didn't have a name. They didn't have a theme. They didn't have anything. What are we tributing to? Like, yes, you were really good. We wanted to keep you around. You wanted to leave. And then to add insult to injury, you did leave, and you wouldn't want a championship. So that actually adds a little burn to the fans because you did leave us and you did go win one. So I don't get the Pelicans one at all to me. Now, the Lakers one, now you start to have an interesting conversation where when does a player deserve a phone call or to be forewarned of a trade? Is it an X amount of years? Is it what you mean to the organization? Because I can understand that. We're here building. We want a ring. We're trying to, get back and win another one. And you just get traded. I can understand that one feeling personal, feeling slighted. I get that because I've been a part of a winning thing to a franchise, the Lakers, who have been terrible for so long.
This is the business of it. People are too sensitive. Seriously. Like, it's the business. You know how many great players have been traded? Come on, stop it. Stop.
But
it's
I'm
just
saying
the
I
nature
can understand
of it.
you.
What is the difference? They're going to trade you. What is the difference?
I'll tell you why.
What's the difference?
Because you've been covering this 40 years. I've been doing this 21 years. When you talk to players, they always say they know that. And to be fair, he says it in this podcast. I know the business. What his point was.
No, he doesn't know the business.
No, well, he knows trades happen, Rob. The point is, I think what bothers players is when they're sitting at home and under the ticker it says Rob Parker traded. Or when they get a call from the barber, yo, man, hey, what up? You're their homeboy. You going to New York? Shams just tweeted you getting out. And it's like, wait, whoa, huh? That's what I hear the most from players. I'm talking star players, Hall of Fame players. It's not that we know the business, they say. It's that, Dad, you didn't say, hey, man.
Calling you does what? What does it do?
I'm being serious. If you put it in, I'm Kelvin Washington, I'm an all-star, I won a championship.
When they decide they want to make a change on did they call you ahead of time or did they call you in and say, okay, we're going to make a change?
No, but you're saying what happened versus what people wish would happen. If somebody called me if Scott called me and said, hey, man, you would rather say we had, another 2-3 years ago, hey, man, you guys did great stuff, man. You did things we didn't even expect.
Scott on line one.
Hey, buddy. And he says, just want to give you a heads up. Here's some of the things we're doing. We're going to be making a move. That's just respect. And I think that's where players feel slighted. It doesn't happen
all the time in business.
And I think that's where they feel slighted I'm sitting at home in a hotel room and I see it on the ticker.
It doesn't happen like most people come in and they'll just say, hey, this is it. They don't call you a week in advance or whatever. But
you're naming what happens versus why a player could be upset about. I get what happens, but I also get why they'd be upset. I put blood, sweat, and tears. I'm playing through injuries.
You got paid very handsomely during the time.
And so did you, organization.
You didn't work for free. You got paid.
You can absolutely shoot me a call and say, "Hey, man, just wanted to let you know
what it is."
We're hitting okay on a deal.
And then you realize, okay, like this is the nature of it. It's a cold business. They move on from people. They trade you. He's been traded enough times now that people don't want him. Like what?
Well, now, yeah, but he's talking about when he was with the Lakers. He's with the Wizards. We don't even be fair. That's like a trivia question. Where's Anthony Davis? Answer in 3 seconds. You know how many people lose that bet? But I can understand why somebody would be offended or affected because you've you've been there, you're in the community. We've gone through fire. We went through the loss of Kobe Bryant, all this stuff. You're invested. Your family's here. And then to just get a call or just to see it on the ticker or something, I can completely understand why that would be offensive.
I just think it is what it is. And sometimes they do it, which is very nice of people. And other times they don't.
And sometimes
it's not like everybody has to do that. Like they just don't. Maybe they weren't sure about the trade if it's going to go through. Maybe they don't want to tip the guy off, right? Because it might not happen. And then you have a guy who goes, oh, see, they don't want me. And then you have a problem. That's why you can't tip people off because maybe the trade doesn't go through and they're shopping me. I don't want to be here.
But you can do this. Literally this. Hello, we're trading you. I just wanted to let you know everything's, you've been great. We appreciate everything, but we're trading you. But I just wanted to hear from me. A 10-second, literal 10. Man, you know what? I can respect. I appreciate you, Bob, Steve, Mike, Keyshawn, whoever. I can appreciate that.
All right.
Rob G, you had something quickly?
Well, just based on, Rob's line of thinking there, do you believe that the Lakers would have given him more than a 10-minute notice if the trade was not for Luka Doncic?
It's a
Because
Great
with
question.
Luka being involved, and as soon as you find out AD's being shopped for Luka, then everybody's in on Luka, and the Lakers probably don't get him.
That's a good. I admit
is part of it.
this was such a unique instance. I will give you that because even he said it. He said in the podcast, he goes, "You're going to the Mavs." He said, "What for Luka being funny? Like they would never trade Luka." And they said, "Actually, yeah, they're trading you for Luka because he didn't expect. Nobody thought on earth Luka would get traded." And then Nico called him and said, "I'm about to come get you. I always wanted you." Nico, I told you then that was the worst trade. Made no sense.
Nico was doing the Birdman hand
He
thing.
Birdman. I told you. He said he called him. You know, I always wanted you to not actually play here. You know, I always wanted to move you to the Wizards. Kidding me. All right, Rob. So they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts. And while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.